So I think it depends on who we're talking to. You know, there are students who have been told they can't go to college, they can't do this or that just because of their immigration status. And sometimes people assume that just because, you know, they're an immigrant from whatever, that they're undocumented, and because they're undocumented, they can't do, you know, X, Y, and Z. When in fact, that's not the reality. I mean, sure, there are some barriers to some things, but most of the time it's just myths that are not real. And so, you know, we're talking to a student who's being told you can't go to college, you can't do this or that. It's about, you know, introducing that student to other undocumented students who actually went to college, are going to college, and are using the different strategies to pay for it and so on. If it's families, you know, in families, there is a big worry about their children applying to college, and, you know, is immigration going to come after not just the student but the family? And so it's a real fear that is based on assumptions that are not real. And so it's about, you know, talking to parents about, you know, your student may apply to college, and that doesn't mean or there is no risk of immigration ever knowing about the family and all of that, because of laws that protect student privacy and all that. And so we get into the weeds of a lot of things to make sure parents understand that their kids are safe, that their family is safe, and that their kids going to college is actually a good thing. And for staff and community members and things like that who work with immigrant families, it's been a lot about, you know, introducing them to undocumented students in college. You know, I remember times when we were doing presentations, and then like someone would raise their hand and be like, undocumented can't go to college, and we're like, here is one. Like, and so just by, I think sometimes the physical being of someone changes hearts and minds of people, and that I think is one of the most powerful things that we have at our disposal, that students don't want other students to go through what they went through, and they're willing to share their stories and experiences. And I think a lot of professionals, when they hear these kind of stories, and you know, we break down the law, and we break down the stories of students and what, you know, in their position professionals can do and all that, I think it changes people's ideas of undocumented students and their families, or immigrants almost generally, and want to do something different and want to take different approaches to working with immigrant families.